costs the most mana.
He's been very critical of players that have been favoring like using removal and hero powering a little bit to try to be more value oriented, but he's saying if you're like a deck that really wants to get on the board, why not get on the board?
Well, this is a really good mind control tech opportunity for Hunterace.
Yeah, I think the Twilight Drakes.
Even Drake MC tech? Oh my god. And this summoning portal is... Oh, and he takes the 3-4, takes the Tending Tauren.
And he also can play one more minion in these 6 Wampoos. He can go so wide. He's the token mage. It feels like he's going faster and wider on the board. Yeah, Ike's in a bad spot to say the least. But if he's able to weather this, Hunterace has no cards left in the hand.
Yeah, but he has 7 things in play.
Yeah. If.
That's a really big if. Like, well, I don't know what the sequence of cards that I could draw that would allow him to get out of it.
Like Life Weaver, I mean, I guess maybe you haven't been on the receiving end of just like, you know, the Miracle Druid type situation, but I've seen some wacky stuff happen from that.
All right. Explain to me how I get out of it.
Okay, he draws
Life Weaver.
He draws
Life Weaver, right?
He draws Crystal Stag at one point and removes half some of the board.
So he can't draw. Crystal Stag is not enabled.
Right, but he can't enable it
even
yet.
Crystal Power. He's at 26.
Right. In the future turns. And
how many turns does he have here?
3? What to do? He's gonna remove at least 2 of these minions.
That's
or
true.
3 of these minions.
With the swipe here, he's killing some stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he can remove 2 more of these minions and just put 7 power on the board, then he is not using Crystal Power for its heal, so I think he'd rather just utilize its heal, maybe? It's close. I guess because he has 2 more minions to play on 9, he'd rather just utilize his mana efficiently now.
Oh my god, Book of Specters.
All right.
We're talking about, you know, oh, well, how does, like, win here? Oh, right, well.
If he didn't have Book of Specters, he would have been drawing this.
It's
and
true.
It's like, I think I could have came back if he just drew one big 4 state, for example. I think he still can.
Yeah, no, at this point, after that sequence removal and that book into mostly air, yeah. Now Hunterace is in a position that, you know, do I hold these Witch Doctors or do I just try to push you down with damage? How much? There's 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wait.
Wait! He drew 4 state. Oh my god!
Hold on, Kibler.
All right.
That is a big draw for Ike.
Conjurer's Calling.
That's a nice draw, too.
Okay, and there's still, that's a 6-drop he has from the Tending Tauren.
Power of Creation.
All right, this game got a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to get.
Woo!
All right, well.
That's a good one and a bad one. But that's okay, because then you can use it again.
It's true. All right.
Are you kidding me? That is the power of Conjurer's Calling.
That was basically a power of creation right there.
Yeah.
With Khadgar in play.
And now Hunterace is pushing for lethal. I just don't have the time anymore.
All right, those were a couple of big swings going back and forth there. And yeah, now 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
The soul of that's the soul of Far's draw. The taunts in the way are massive.
Right,
here.
yeah, that 4/7 taunt. What was that? I forgot the guy's name. I want to say Temple something, but I don't think that's right. Ornery Tortoise. And there it is. So Hunterace takes the series.
You didn't need that.
Here we go.
Did you?
And it's going to be the scheme for 7.
This didn't look like a good turn for Roger.
I think it's fine.
I'm unclear on to why we think this is a good thing.
Because now there's only 1 scheme left in the deck.
Okay. But you don't have the board, and you're mage, and you're terrible at recovering the board.
Khadgar, Power of Creation, disagrees.
Sure.
Also, just roaster into Conjurer's Calling. I think doing it before turn 10 with this hand seems fine.
Okay.
Because you can even expect Tyler to have the second one because he's pretty deep in his deck.
Yeah.
But has he had, that one was, what, 7? Like, has he had a second one for longer? And if it's less than that, well, okay, he has to wait even longer to clear a big board.
This ooze is getting played as well, right?
Don't see why not.
But yeah, going back to it, I think explicitly because he has Khadgar in his hand, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Because Khadgar is one of the kind of bootleg ways that you can recover board, just by making a board way too big than your opponent over the top of it. So I guess it's reasonable in that scenario.
Small note as well, just so people know. 1 second, let's just watch. Wind Fury Harpies. Ooh. Just to note that Kragwa was played and the scheme was not given back because it wasn't
spells you played on your last
exactly.
turn.
I just want to just want to point that out. It's an interaction people probably haven't really seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, or most likely haven't.
It's always nice unpacking the magical box of Hearthstone coding to discover what's going to happen.
I wonder.
And how those you know, I did say the Harpies mainly because I saw Wind Fury and was like, awesome. But the safeguards now are just, this almost locks Tyler out of his niche outs because there's just so much to punch through.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about the safeguard. I think they are just the best on board, you know, just being taught minions. Fantastic. Roger should know that Tyler got himself a Hex back, so if Tyler decides that no more Kalikos, then
Cool.
no big deal. But the thing I wonder about is that the things that are going to be left behind on board are kind of taking up a little bit of unnecessary board space for Roger if Tyler can afford to leave them there.
Yeah, I wonder, I guess my question is, if Tyler leaves them there, then what does Tyler do to win? Because he has to remove them at some point.
Sure.
And then Roger goes, thank you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just a note, actually, I did briefly touch on Crowd Roaster earlier. No other dragons in hand, actually, so it can't. Its battle cry cannot go off, which means just one option is reduced.
I feel like this is the turn to say go for Roger.
Malachus.
Like, this just feels like the Khadgar turn to me, because you've seen one scheme get used. The second scheme, if it's not in hand already, will be drawn very soon and start building up. So for me, this is the turn to make the game-winning board that your opponent cannot deal with. Roger sees it exactly the same way. Just going to try and get himself a big old pile of Death Wings. Close enough.
Okay. Now the big question is, Roger got rid of the scheme that would have been big enough to clear this board.
Yep,
I want to point that out with the Saboteur.
Absolutely correct. It would have been exactly 9 this turn, I believe.
And I believe Tyler's scheme that he has in hand is not 9. I think it's like 5?
4.
Oh, 4, sorry. Oh, good head count. I like it. Fair play. I'll give you that one. But yeah, I mean, that's... Roger may have won the game regardless of that outcome, but that Saboteur did work, Sol.
Yep, no argument. It sure did.
Suddenly, Tyler just plays Shudderwalk and hope it does that thing where it used to win games when you played it.
That ain't it.
Sorry, I just felt the low power of that Shudderwalk deep in my soul right
Alexstrasza
there.
off the top is going to end the series.
Roger just making...
This works too, I
Either
guess.
way, the series is... I was like, wait, no!
Whoa. Does that work? 14, 16, 30? No, Ziliax. 16. Yeah, no, Ziliax is lethal. Ziliax ping is also lethal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looks like it's all going face to me, Sottle, and Roger's lineup had its first test and it passed with flying colors, 3-0 over Tyler. And the big question now is Roger just going to stomp through this group, beating up?
The Miscreant is so threatening right now. Has to use a 4-mana Vendetta to kill that minion that was summoned from a battle cry of a battle cry.
Yeah, this is not pretty. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This game's about to end real quick.
See what's in the box. Not Millhouse Mana Storm territory. And honestly, if I'm saying here, I'm probably using the Deadly Poison here to bait out the ooze.
I think he's
But
free
Dagger Up Sousy Deckhand is also just pretty good. But
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on the poison to bait out the ooze in this spot, because you followed up with the Waggle pick. And that's just a damage overload at this point, and I don't think A8 comes back from here.
yeah.
Well, X Factor card. None of them work.
Nope. Nothing good.
Prep Master Spell and hope? I mean, what do you even draw at this point?
Edwin Van Cleef is just not enough. I mean, there's might even be lethal damage on Saiyan's side of the board if he doesn't have a decent impact right now.
Saiyan's got 8, 9, he's got 11 in play. You can turn that to 8, and you're at 12. So you've got to kill multiple minions this turn. You can't do it with your face. You can get back the burglar, maybe find something else.
It's 2 mana, so you have 2 mana left. Ooze is free, but
You got to do something. I mean, it's desperate times.
yeah. You can probably expect that there's another waggle pick in hand since Saiyan just went with the
Consecration. Now,
Prep.
is Consecration better than Explosive Trap? And I think it is because you get the discount on it.
Whoa.
And you get the immediacy, so your 4/3 stays in play. So X Factor turns out to be a real deal in this spot. I think I want to ooze the web.
The problem is, I'm pretty sure he has just a hard read that waggle pick is in the hand because of how Just Saiyan just played Raiding Party on 3 with coin in hand.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, this is gonna draw 2 Dread Corsairs.
That's horrible for you. You need another X Factor. You need it now.
It's my X Factor and I need it now.
Master Spell silences off the taunt. That kills the greenskin for you. You have Eviscerate. That'll kill the greenskin for you. How on earth do you get out of this spot? I don't know. Vendetta for free. I think you gotta draw again. I just don't. SI7 agent. Oh, I need 1 more mana. Down to 8. No ooze left. Myra's drawn.
It doesn't even matter.
Hit dagger up. That wins. It's lethal.
Oh yeah, because he bounces it back.
Saiyan, in a crazy 5-game series, is going to take down A8 in the initial match, move on to the winner's match, and send A8 down to that elimination spot.
A razor's edge. He's not trying to even lose any single bit of life. He's going to brawl. And if the Pit Lord survives,
Be a big deal. Pit Lord is not the winner. It is
average result.
After all the abuse that lackey took from his evil overlord.
That damage is relevant too, because now Soulfire lethal is a possibility still if it's runner.
The Hecklebot here is gonna kill it first.
Oh, the Hecklebot could have such a big punch to the Rafam.
Okay.
Viper's looking for Rafam or the Soulfires. More Solarium.
Solarium! That is big. I wonder though if Viper may have the thought process of I want to hold the Solarium.
Oh, we're going for it, Gambler. 2 Soulfires.
Going deep.
One of them.
Only 1 Soulfire here. That is not enough to end the game.
But he can play his hand.
Yeah, he can play every single card here, and Bloodyface just used his Brawl.
Right. And he just needs one of these minions to stick for damage so that he can Soulfire again off the top. If any of these minions stick, that's all he needs.
3 life for Bloodyface, but now 10 mana. That means Omega Devastator. That means Omega Assembly.
Omega Assembly is huge because it could get him lifesteal minions or armor minions.
There's another Brawl, too. But if he brawls...
If he brawls and loses,
yeah,
he can just remove with the Omega Devastator, but he's not gaining life. That's the big problem.
Bloodyface has Hecklebot, And he has the big game hunter, so he can heckle bot into big game hunter if he does hit Rafam.
But
If
then
it's
he's still
anything
dead to
but
Soul.
Rafam, it's true. If he hits anything but Rafam,
Face me, you inept ingrate.
it's Rafam! Okay, well, that's the best Rafam's been all day.
Yeah, he's going to shut it down, but he's able to gain life. Here's the thing, though. Viper has a big board. Did he play both Grim Rallies? He has.
5 life for bloodyface, just out of range of Soulfire.
Soulfire off the top!
But it's not enough. The heckle bot means he's 1 off.
He used both jugglers as well.
If he can find Evil Genius, Flame Imp comes down, Soulfire into the heckle bot, allows him to chip away, take the heckle bot down.
Going for gold. 1 damage of lethal. Shield block draw for bloodyface. That is a huge draw.
6 life now from the brink of death. Dinomatic! That will wipe out Viper's entire board. Rafam is gone. He got taunted. Subtle was backstage telling him how terrible he was. He came out to fight him with the heckle bot. There's no miracles waiting in Viper's deck. And bloodyface complete the comeback from 1 life.
Slight, just a small issue to note as well. Well, one, there's the good old for the second time today, the 1-mana Sea Giant with Rush.
If this ends up being as relevant as the last rushing Sea Giant we saw, then it's going to be a game-winning play for Saiyan.
There's a window.
There is.
Because if Hunterace has to Lightning Storm, he cannot Shudder Walk the turn after.
Very true.
Which is a huge, huge problem.
Very
but
true.
I don't know if he can't Lightning Storm this turn.
Storm and
With-
Ziliax.
He has to do both, right? I was thinking if there's a way you can get away with just Ziliax.
Yeah, is there a play that
So-
lets him Shudder Walk next turn?
You would have to Ziliax the Juggler so that the Ziliax doesn't get juggled and has to be traded into for an extra 3 health.
Right.
So say he does that. There's what?
Goes
3,
to 20,
5,
then
7,
he goes to 23
16,
again as something trades into
16
him.
on board and Saiyan.
1 Soulfire.
Yeah, I was just checking. And no Leroy,
Nope.
most importantly. So it's literally a Soulfire and Direwolf.
Abusive Sergeant.
Yeah, 2 Abusive Sergeants,
Grim
2
Rally.
Direwolves, Grim Rally. Oh, there's a lot.
But there's none of them in his hand right now, so it would be Runner off the life tab that he'd need to pick up.
Wait, what can he transform into with the Lackey?
Oh, great point, actually.
I mean, so there's 3 into
looking at-
4, 2 into 3, 1 into 2.
So Corcron Elite off the 4 spot. His Magic Carpet can become Corcron.
I think he... I don't know if he can play Lightning Storm.
It's such a hard turn.
It is, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Ancestral Healing on the Acolyte.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I like that.
Is it going to happen, though?
Oh, surely.
I think he wants to save Ancestral Healing for the Shudder Walk. There's the Direwolf. So now the rushing Witchy Lackey can, on its own, deal with the Ziliax.
My worry is, did he need it for the Shudder Walk? Did he need it for the Shudder Walk, though? It makes 2 Annoytrons.
Grim Rally. There's the Grim Rally!
Quick Soul, do
Grim
maths.
Rally and Abusive.
Okay, that has to be
Direwolf,
enough.
Grim Rally, Abusive has to get there,
It has
surely.
to. I'm not even going to count that one. Wait, does he need to? He doesn't need to play Mechary, right?
He wants a rushing 1-drop to make his trade.
Okay, sure, because he's going to Grim Rally the
Yeah.
Abusive.
He can do it this way, Direwolf and then Grim Rally the remaining bit of the Mecharoo and then Abusive afterwards
Sure,
if he even
yeah,
needs it. Yep.
Whichever way, don't know about you, but that looks like a large amount of damage, Sottle.
12, 16,
Yeah, that's
19,
it.
21.
Easy. Whew! And Saiyan takes the win over Hunterace, an extremely quick.
Remember, there's no Warpath, there's 1 Brawl in Roger's deck. 5 bombs in the deck.
6 bombs in the deck.
That's 6? Oh,
Two
the Clockwork
Subordinate
Goblin.
Bombs.
There we go.
2 Wrench Calibers, 1 Clockwork Goblin, and 1 additional swing.
Oh, 5 bombs on the deck.
Oh, that Dr. Boom?
Oh, major pickup for
Yeah.
bloodyface.
That was
Laser to take out the 3/3, and now 8 damage gets to connect with Roger. So 5 bombs left in bloodyface's deck. You could go up to 6 with the Wrench Caliber. And boy, I wish I had the card count on that side because this is important information.
pretty sure our card counter just couldn't keep up. 9? 14.
So 5 of bloodyface's 14 cards are bombs.
So after this turn, if he swings the Wrench Caliber, it'll be 6 out of 15.
So just over a third of the deck. Roger, armor up button. He's thinking about passing here. I don't know about that one.
So there is a 4-bomb breakpoint available. That's very low odds. Very low odds.
I think you take him.
We sort of jokingly talked about this before the tournament took place.
There's no way he's considering Elysiana.
He's still
No
got
way.
He's still got Blastmaster Boom in his deck.
Yeah, there's no way he can play Elysiana here. I don't believe that. I mean, his hand is very dry right now. Celiax gets drawn.
Oh my goodness.
Huge draw for bloodyface.
7 heal.
11 damage, 12 from the Kaboom.
Now the bombs just don't even matter.
I mean,
He doesn't have a way to deal with this Omega Devastator buffed by
oh
Ziliax.
boy. Big draw. Low outcome. Extremely low outcome. I think Roger has to go for a brawl here. He's got to throw the Demolisher in there. He needs every point of chance he can get. This brawl is huge right now. Roger covers his face. He can't bear to watch. What? The Ziliax Omega Devastator lives, and Roger is about to get Omega Devastated. Another Devastator.
Just to add insult to injury. Shield
5
blocks
bombs
into
left.
a bomb.
Hang on, there's only 5 bombs left. So there is 0% chance bloodyface could die in that position. And he actually was thinking about it. If he takes enough damage, what that means is that he can heal some of it back up.
Yeah. He's basically negating every opportunity that Roger would have to have some type of bomb lethal. Even if
Roger he's gonna die. Something's gotta happen here. And it's gotta be now. He does not have time to mess around anymore. You think about those tempo shield slams and the chip damage he got in. How badly did he need those shield slams now?
What now?
Warrior matchups are about patience and deliberance. I said it at the start, it's much more technical play. And I think Roger had a good aggressive start. At some point, though, perhaps he might have gotten too aggressive. Roger concedes and bloodyface moves out of the group and